People that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time, cause I be really out my mind. When the head don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party when I count of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. The National Football League has come to Germany. We are underway from Munich. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go, check!
The slot man in motion right. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Second and 7 from the 20. A give running left. It's Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Cut 19.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 10. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Cut it.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd down. Tua getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Blue check.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Second and 11 now. Here's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Ultra.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And some space here. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, we often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old. They can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Black Ultra.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hurts to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, he still brings it in. Off the tip here on the deep shot. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. These two teams all tied after one.
Ready?
14-yard line, 2nd and 11. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll send Brown in motion right. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go, set.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Okay, ready?
Tua on 4th down. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Dolphins. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they work this well upfield and cross the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Touchdown! Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to move back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds and appears right at the 45. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Tua. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Shot, 17.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that, where that would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in. Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Striker, 3-3.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Blue striker. Red cycle. Yellow blue. Black shot.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. It's brought in by Wilson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. In motion, Hill. Tua to throw again. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Like you. Hey, green. Smash.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Here's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. A fourth down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on third down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a fourth down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll take this down to the 33. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. In motion left comes Brown. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 14 yards. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On first down, Tagovailoa. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Caught by Wilson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
Come on, set. Right, 97, yellow, line. Ready?
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Check right. Hey, close deal. Ready?
Second down. Here's Mostert again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the fourth. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, back to Sanders. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. In motion, Hill. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tyron Johnson there on the tackle.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Shot, 17.
On second and 9, Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-six, and now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the fourth down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this fourth quarter deficit. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. In motion right is Wilson. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles. Because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Ready up.
Tagovailoa. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. In motion right is Wilson. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Two to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Tua. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. In motion, Hill. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Black shot. Ready.
Tua. And it's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even in overtime. So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. First throw of the OT session for Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. In motion right is Wilson. A run with Mostert up the middle. Marcus Epps there on the tackle. 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, if ball gets in the end zone, this thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
Here's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 6 yards on the touchdown run. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The slot man in motion right. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. In motion, the tight end. Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 101 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll go again with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. The man in motion is Brown. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's a 14-yard touchdown run. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 50. 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly. Getting back there and making the tackle.